face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Going downfield for the big play. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Kansas State. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Kansas State has it 1st and goal. Here we go. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep. 1st and goal with the 1. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push.
And you lay that directly at the feet of the offensive line. If they can't get any push just to get anything positive on a quarterback sneak, that is not a job well done. Defensive line definitely won that battle.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Sanders. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
To the air, it's Altmaier. Quick completion on the out route. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Luke Altmaier started his career as a backup to Matt Corral at Ole Miss, but man, did he blossom for the Fighting Illini. Had their best season in more than 20 years, and maybe more in store for him, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there were still a lot of fans that I think were skeptical when the transfer portal news came out that he was going to be joining Illinois. People wanted to see what all the hype was about. You saw it last year, not just running the ball, but making big plays through the air. Really curious to see if Luke Altmaier can take the next step this season, because if they do, This is going to be a really, really tough team to beat.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. Got his man on the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Illinois right back to the line. He'll set up to throw. Trying to barrel in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Illinois. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll leave it with him. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and second and 6. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. It's a seam wide open. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Man, you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and a really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own. Nice positive gain, nice positive toss play.
Johnson looking to throw. Extending the play. He'll get rid of it. Complete downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Defense playing a bail technique. The corners are walked up tight. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And the Wildcats are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 3rd down try for the offense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Johnson wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You gotta have got that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making it play.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Illinois lining up quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. Fires to the middle. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Looking left. Got him downfield.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run it.
It's a running room. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Wants to throw on first down. He's in open space downfield. Wide open spaces. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. Now they'll run the draw. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest. It makes them realize they got to play the run, too. Great play call.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll try it again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Caught in the backfield, it's Clement. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. Using his feet. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
That's That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring the touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off play action on first down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch near the 50. Makes a move. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Turning it on! Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Illinois can be aggressive here on second and short. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now on first and 10 from the 26. They'll run it from the gun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. After run, now throw. That's reeled in. It's Clement. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The run from the shotgun. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
At the 39-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a push on 4th down. Looks as if Illinois will have enough for the 1st down. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on their own side of the field if we're going to go.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He's got his man, makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And
intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Johnson looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Wide open downfield. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. Trying to pound it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They take the lead with the 6.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage. Getting set for the point after. And
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 6 over Michigan. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Altmaier. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Valentine. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Valentine. There he goes! Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Clement. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Illinois right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Back to pass, it's Altmaier. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Illini.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The give from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Johnson wants to throw it. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Under fire. He'll throw it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Hunt is on its way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Illinois offense returns to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Firing to the right, complete. Knocked down for the tackle.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
A run for the quarterback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. It couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
They'll move the tight end. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Not down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Gets it out quickly. Hurney on the Jets. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to pass. It's Altmaier. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Illinois! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the 4th. They want to throw it. Here's a heat. Gonna let it fly. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
A first down run on the doorstep. Beck's going for the goal line. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Along that offensive line, that'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Past the 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Kansas State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 12 over Michigan. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Dropping back, it's Altmaier. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Touchdown, Wildcats! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And we knew coming in these teams were very similar. Both really good football teams, but executing down the stretch might be the difference in the football game. How about that offense? Going down the field, they're an extra point away from tying this up, and we still got more football.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. To the air on first down. Spits it out to the back. Got his man. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
It's complete on the right side. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Well, that's nice by the running back there, showing you his experience and his self-control, because a lot of guys would have tried to bounce that football to the outside, but he understands the assignment. We're in the middle of the field. We need to stay in the middle of the field to give our kicker the best field position and angle possible to go and kick this game-winning field goal.
Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Illinois.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Kansas State.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
That was fun, and it was big time. And it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, throwing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. You're